Hello everyone, this is Kona, and thank you for tuning in to another TF2 commentary. Now let's talk about some rare and exclusive items that you can get, mainly the ones that you can earn through things like MVM, and what this might mean in the future, and also let's talk about the community marketplace. In this most recent update of MVM, Valve has released some pretty cool things, most notably the Australium weapons, the golden weapons that everyone wants. Now, honestly, these are just reskins, and Valve is famous for this, is reskinning a bunch of stuff and just creating value that way. I think that's amazing. But yeah, these items are very rare, and if you remember what happened to the bot killer weapons, these were the rewards for the very first MVM maps. There was a lot of hype for that because they were rare, it was the reward to aim for, but now if you look at it, it's not so expensive anymore. The price has gone down, either due to the fact that people lost interest in actually going for that, or that people got so many of them that it was, it saturated the market and lowered the price. Now, I'm not sure if that's what's going to happen with these new Australian weapons. I don't know, I just have a feeling that Valve wants to treat these weapons a little more special than those bot killer weapons. Now, it might be a little too early to tell because we have to give people more time to, quote, farm these new weapons. But some of them, like the frying pan, the golden frying pan, it's super rare. I remember when I was on the server, I was just playing randomly and I got a notification. This is reminding me back to the time when they were releasing those golden wrenches for the engineer. Only 100 of them were released, and I remember they also give a global notification if they're ever destroyed, which is very sad to see. But, like the first frying pan, I think, went for, I don't know, $5,500 or something like that. Huge amount of money. And now, I think when more people play, more and more golden frying pans will show up. But it seems like they want to, if Valve is smart about this, they would control the drop rate so that it remains very rare, it remains very valuable, and it can hold its price for a longer time. Now, this whole idea of playing this new game mode, MVM, and getting a reward at the end that, might have a chance of being rare, it's nothing really new. I mean, MMORPGs have been doing this for a very long time. It's what keeps people coming back. But I feel like this might be a new step towards Valve for releasing new and exclusive weapons. A while back, I remember when Valve started releasing these cool new weapons, not only weapons, but also items, as promo items for other games. So what you have to do is you have to go and buy other games, and if you bought that game on Steam, then you got an item in TF2 that, it was genuine quality. In fact, I'll probably post a link to a video that I made of when I got the original. Yes, at one point, the original, the rocket launcher reskin from Quake, was actually valuable. Little did I know what they were going to do to it. But anyway, they used to have these promo items. But now, I don't see that whole lot of that. I don't see a whole lot of offering these promo items for games. And it seems like if they want to release new things like these reskins, the bot killer weapons, the Australian weapons, they just make it rewards for MVM. It makes people want to play TF2 to get the reward. Now, I think this is a pretty clever strategy, and what I would like to see is perhaps applying the same strategy to community-made weapons. Now, that way, I'm sure Valve is like, when they maybe want to release a new weapon, they have to go through a lot of testing to make sure it's balanced and it fits within TF2. But imagine if they took this idea of reskinning weapons, which is, they're really good at it, just putting the weapon in, putting the same stats as an existing weapon, so they wouldn't have to worry about rebalancing. But they would offer these community-made weapons as rewards for MVM. It would be, I don't think it would be super exclusive like the Australiums. I think it would be more easily obtainable, but it would be something that people could work for, and it'll allow people who are making these cool models on the workshop to get their models and get their ideas into the game. Another reason I want to see new weapons in the game is because when you're playing TF2, you really only see your weapon. You can have all these crazy cosmetics, these crazy hats on, and everyone else gets to see it, which is nice. But I think part of customization is being able to see your own customization while you're playing, and I think that's what these reskins sort of offer. I mean, I still use a lot of the festive stuff. I still use promo items like the Assassin's Creed spy knife, which I got from my brother. And I still like these things, and even though they don't offer new stats, it offers somewhat of a new experience. Now things get really interesting when some of these exclusive and rare items get put on the community marketplace, and that's what I want to talk about next. When MVM first came out and people were getting those bot killer weapons, there was really no community marketplace. There were trading sites, and that's how you got to get some value from doing MVM. You could trade away your bot killer and maybe get some keys, get some metal, or whatever. And there was really no one set currency. Everyone was trading for everything all over the place. But now that Valve has created the community marketplace and everything is put pretty much in terms of dollars or whatever currency is local to you, all of a sudden, everyone knows the price of these things. You can't take advantage of someone by just saying, oh, it's worth this many keys or this much metal. And the price of metal is weird. I still don't get it. But, you know, it's just kind of weird that now all that is pretty much gone. And now everyone can see what things are actually worth. Now, sometimes I like to browse the community marketplaces for items that I think are worth a lot. But actually, when I go over there and actually see the price in dollars, I'm thinking, I could easily buy that. It doesn't seem too bad. It seemed like it was more intimidating when things were in metal and keys. But now that you can actually see the dollar price in some of these items, even genuine items, I thought genuines were super rare because usually, like I said back then, you have to buy the game in order to actually get these items. Now the price drop is probably also due to the fact that some of these items are actually craftable now, so you don't have to actually go and buy the game anymore. You can actually just get it by playing TF2, which is very nice. I kind of look at the community marketplace as sort of microtransactions 2.0. I'm not saying the community market is anything new, it's been done before, but usually in microtransactions, the company, in this case would be Valve, sets the retail price, and they actually do with the Manco store. But the community marketplace, I think, is pretty great because there's some things you just can't get on the Manco store that you can get there in the community marketplace. And also, it's the community that actually decides the value of these things. I mean, how do you come up with the price of a genuine hat if that's only available in a promo item or something like that? Or how do you come up with the new Australian weapons? How do you even value that? And the community has a way of sort of stabilizing itself. Now, as more and more people use the community marketplace, and I think it will become huge in the future, because, I mean, the ability to just get the item that you want now, there's no opening crates and wishing that you got this. I mean, that's still a lot of fun in TF2, but now you can just go on the community market and buy directly what you want. It's kind of nice. But as this gets more popular, I feel that Valve has to step up the community marketplace and make it really, really easy to use. And I do have a few suggestions, and one of them is actually from my brother. He uses it a lot for his Dota 2 items, like a lot. Now the first one is better filters. Now if you've done any sort of trading, just regular trading between people, you'll notice that there's a lot of filters. You can take your entire inventory and filter it down to specific things that you want to trade. I feel like the community marketplace needs something like that, where you can filter by quality, so unusual, whatever, genuine, whatever you want, and also even by type, by class, if it's game specific. We need that kind of stuff. Now, another feature that's really needed is a favorites list, and I know my brother really wants this. He wants to be able to actually put items on a favorites list so it's easier to track. Right now, every time you go to the marketplace, you have to type in the name of the item that you're really interested in, and if you have a lot of items to look up, that can take a long time to do. So if there was some way to favorite an item, that way you can easily track its progress, and I love the fact that it shows you the purchase history of the item over time. That way you can see, well, is it going down, is it going up? It rarely ever goes up, and I kind of learned this the hard way. My brother bought me a loot box for Dota 2, and when I opened it, I got this really rare item for Nyx Assassin, the Dagon. When it came out, it was like $200, but he said, oh, no, don't worry, it'll go up in price later. You can get even more. You can get more than $200. Like, okay, fine, I'll hold on to it. Now you can get that for like $30, 20-something dollars. It's super cheap now. So, lesson learned. Sell things when it's the hype and, quote, in season and it's really popular. Otherwise, I think the price is just going to go down. Now, my question for you guys is, do you like this idea of having to play MVM to get exclusive items? And also, do you like the way the community market is heading? Is there something that they could be doing, maybe adding new types of things to put on the market to make it better? Let me know in the comments below. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and have a nice day.